In this video, I'll be turning this $1,000 account into over $100,000 in just 3 trades. So for our first trade, I'll be taking this sell on BTC. Now, this is the reason why I'm taking this sell. So you can see on H1, clearly you can see this break of structure right here. Okay. Now, just below the break of structure, you can see the pullback. It's a bit small, but it also aligns with this major pullback that has market structure shift in it. And you can see price is tapping into this order block. Now, price did not make it to that breaker block, but this is the closest point of interest. And as I've always affirmed, we pick the closest point of interest to the liquidity, okay? Now, that is the reason why I am selling this trade. And you can see we're at floating profit, a little bit of floating profit of $136. Let's see what happens. Boom. So you can see the market actually did sell. Now, I'll be closing this market, and I did a good thing by closing this trade, because the market actually reversed from there. So I'll be closing this trade. As you can see, it's just 6 RR profits, but then I'll just be closing because I'm okay. I feel like I'm okay, and I feel like we can, do more in the next trade. So you can see I'll book this profits. Don't forget to join my Telegram community. I will leave the link in the description of this video, and also my social media handle. I will leave them in the description of this video. So guys, you can see the third trade, I'll be taking this sell, and that's there, you see, is my stop loss here. You had it right. That is my stop loss, and I'll be explaining the reason why I'm taking this trade and why that is my stop loss. So first, you can see we'll have this break of structure right here, okay? Now you can see that we'll have this sitting here as our first pullback, okay? This is our first pullback. And you can see the closest point of interest is this order block. Now, I'm taking this sell from there because of this key level here, this A-shaped key level. Okay, you can see it there, this A-shaped key level. Now, I'm doing that to minimize the stop loss and then maximize the profits. And you can see I trust this liquidity because it's above the 50%, and you want your liquidity to always be above the 50%, because if it is not, then it's not valid. Okay, so I'll be taking this short from there, and I'm expecting the market to move down. And you can see we're in a bit of a floating profit of 1k. But yeah, let's see what happens. As you can see, guys, I'm taking this profit. Now, I'm not taking this profit because I was scared or some shit like that. I'm doing this because the market is about to close, and I don't want to hold to weekend because of, unnecessary gaps that can lead to some crazy results and stuff like that. So I'll be closing these profits, and yeah, you can see price did actually hit my take profit. But yeah, let's move to the next. So guys, on the next trade, you can see I'm taking this buy. Now, apologies for not recording on time, but this is the reason why I'm taking this buy. Now, actually, price is bearish overall, but for this lower range, I'm taking this buy. So you can see this break of structure right here. Okay, you can see this break of structure. Now, if you go down on a lower time frame, look at the break of structure, very small there. If you go down on a lower time frame, you see the first pullback. Now, very close to the first pullback is the breaker block, which is the break of structure itself, okay? Which is the break of structure itself. Now, I'll be taking this buy because, I told you all that breaker blocks are very high probability. But, I use them for some special occasions, but not all the time though, not all the time. And also, you can see on a lower time frame, to maximize my profit, I actually added more position after market made this higher low right here. Okay, so as it broke from that trend line, I added more position. Now, that was my stop loss below the breaker block. Okay, now you can see as we scale down, you can see after market took out that trend line over there, you can see there, after market took out the trend line, I had to re-enter. Now, I don't recommend you doing this because it's a little bit risky, okay, because there are a lot of calculations to stuff like this. to accommodate the floating profit. I risk the floating profit, and you can see it actually went well, and you can see it accommodates a floating loss there. So I don't recommend you do something like this if you don't know how to calculate it with your equity. You have to learn how to risk your equity. Okay, so you can see the floating profits. If I had not done that, I would not have had this huge amount of floating profit, and it's very risky, by the way, very, very risky. So I'll be closing this position, and that will be all for this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Peace.